Hello. I wanted to do a quick Doctor Who review. So, I've seen Space Babies, the new episode out the new season. I haven't watched The Devil's Cord yet. I don't know what that was. But I am planning to watch it. I just wanted to give a quick review of the Space Babies. I thought it was a decent enough episode. The babies talking did slightly take me out a bit. And it was a fun story. It was a fairy tale and got a little bit on Ruby. But yeah, the babies talking and the boogeyman and that sort of took me out a little bit. But hey, I said to a friend earlier, maybe they're just not for me or aimed at me anymore. But that's fair enough. But overall, it's a decent episode. I'm gonna say a solid 7 out of 10. Not a bad ep at all. I'm just excited for the Devil's Cord.
Hello and welcome back to another a Doctor Who reviewy showy thingy. Today we are looking at The Devil's Cord because I'm finally caught up on all the latest episodes of Doctor Who, that being The Devil's Cord, Boom, and 73 Yards. So, Devil's Cord is a really fun, interesting concept with a key cord summoning some sort of giggle from the Toymakers collection. And yeah, just a fun romp. Story's a little weak, but with the music being the core element and having Christmas in Ruby's heart, it's a really fun just romp. Which what Doctor Who needs to be, more fun romps. But yeah, overall, really strong episode. Apart from sort of story, but hey, if you want a fun romp, Devil's Cord is definitely up there. That is going to be a 7 out of 10. Hello, welcome back to another Doctor Who reviewy showy thingy. Today we are reviewing Boom, which is one of the most gorgeous episodes ever. Holy crap. Back on Villain Guard, we're back with the Doctor and Ruby. The Doctor sets on a mine, and it's just a ticking time bomb, literally. And we have the beautiful, extra characters there with Mundy, and the girl, and the dad. That was brilliant. We had the little Susan Twist as the ambulance there. The ambulance being actually volatile, and them figuring out there isn't a war, and it's very fun. And Ruby dying. Ruby dies for a bit, but she dies. And the bomb being defused by love, and it was, it was just a fun, good episode. Holy shit, 9.5 out of 10.
Hello, welcome back to the Doctor Who review show thingy. I'm your host, Alex Can't TikTok. Almost forgot the account's name. And we're back with Rogue Review. I know it's late. I apologise. I've been busy. But holy hell, was this great. I loved the shoulder, the bird people. Fantastic. The cosplay sort of element of them. Obviously, Rogue and the Doctor. Beautiful. I want them back so hard. It was just beautiful. Ruby did feel like a sort of secondary plot entirely. Like, Ruby was just not in it at all. But we did get another Susan Twist edition, which was fun. And the whole episode is just a solid, with Ruby sort of being the weak point. But honestly, it's a solid episode. I've got to give it an 8 out of 10. Absolutely. Gold.
Holy crap. Was Dot and Bubble good? Welcome back to a Doctor Who review show thingy. Dot and Bubble, what an excellent episode. We have Russell T Davies Eat the Rich episode. The antagonist, or what we thought was the protagonist, was fantastic. The ending just caught me so off guard. And the subtle hints of the racism, the fact that they're all white, and the Dot hating them eventually, and just sending them off to slugs, was very fun. And yeah, overall, absolutely fantastic episode. It's definitely up there with Boom. I can't wait to see how Rogue is going to look like Yeah, just what a fantastic episode. Absolutely 9.5 out of 10. Great. Hello and welcome back to another Doctor Who review show thingy Bob TikTok. We're here to review 7 Free Yards, which is apparently quite a controversial one. Been reading on Twitter. People have mixed opinions on it. My genuine opinion is that I loved the fantasy sort of horror element that it was going for. It was very cool concept, really well executed. The ending just falls really flat. It has such a cool and interesting concept. Someone staying a distance, and I wanted the PM to be more evil than he was portrayed as. And yeah, there's a few nitpicks you could make here and there. But personally, I love the fantasy, and I want Doctor Who to move into fantasy. That's something I adore. But overall, yeah, the whole episode, excluding the ending, 8 out of 10. Ending, 3. But there you go. That's my thoughts.
Hello, welcome back to Doctor Who Review Show thingy. I'm your host, your boy. We are back with The Legend of Ruby Sunday. Holy crap. Let's try and dissect all of this very, very quickly. Loved Kate Stewart. Fantastic. The time window was a fantastic idea. We had creepy neighbour woman. Forgot her name right now. But creepy lady there. Fantastic. We had the brilliant plot with the TARDIS going wrong and Susan Twist introducing her with the Sutek technology. Sutek's back. Holy crap, if you're a Fourth Doctor fan, that was fantastic. And I can't wait to see if they stick the landing with Empire of Death. But holy crap, great episode. Gotta give it a 9 out of 10. Absolutely.
Oh boy. Hello, welcome back to a Doctor Who review show thingy. This one's going to be a bit longer. So I have some thoughts about the Empire of Death. Boy. Where to begin? Okay, let's start with Sutek. He was every TARDIS, was he? He was on the exploding one when he exploded. I know, I just find it funny. Do you want to do a bit of a meme before we begin? But yeah, no, okay. Ruby's mum. That happened, right? So, okay, a lot of this episode obviously we've been giving clues, and like the whole mystery element of this series has been who's Ruby's mother? Why does the snow happen? What is the significance of the music? Whatever. We've been building up to this, and this answers it in potentially the worst way possible. And it just goes a bit awry. It's the fact of we obviously we find out about Ruby's mum. We find out how they find out about Ruby's mum. Like loose connections. Sutek sort of isn't really a major threat. He does kill a lot of people, yes, they do reverse it, Doctor Who. But at the same time, it's just a bit. Oh, it's all gone. Also, no one goes, oh, that's a fun thing. And they normally react to. They probably just look at it and go, oh, cool. I like that. I mean, how quick it is. You know, I mean, the time window stuff, the VHS, we got the actual Tales of the TARDIS, the memory TARDIS in the episode. That was pretty cool. It being dysfunctional as all hell was quite fun. And I do quite like the Doctor in this. I think he's not his strongest, but he's definitely up there. Mel, again, not that useful. The kid with the gun on his scooter thing, that was fun. I'm trying to be positive because I've got so much more negative to say. You've got Kate Stewart just sort of wiped on the episode. You know, the fact that like Ruby's story, like the emotional ending of the story is Ruby leaves. Ruby leaves to go with her mum, in a actual family and whatnot. And the problem I have with that is that we don't know Ruby that well. We've had one series of her. We learned so much more about Rose than we did about Ruby. We might have had slightly longer to get to know Rose, but we got to know Rose a bit more. And we had a few more series of her. So when series 2 came around, it was a bit more emotional outbreak. We had that, we all were upset when you saw the 10th Doctor and Rose, but we don't have that with Ruby. Ruby has basically been a plot point this entire time and barely a character. Like, obviously she had moments, but she's basically not a character. Boom, where she dies, right? Really, really good moment. That would have had more impact if she actually died and then the mystery was just sort of over. Or the mystery, she comes back in different times or whatever. She has, the 73 yards timeline. The Doctor has to figure out what the significance of that sort of timeline happened and how Roger William were involved. Could have had a bit more mystery. The thing with the mum being in a hood, a cloak, where we could have got a cool like trickster reveal or whatever, was just a bit underwhelming. We had the way they find out was on a database the entire time. So when the ambulance couldn't find her, technically it could because they already had it on a database. Subject being on every TARDIS since the Fourth Doctor is a bit silly. A little bit silly. You thought it would have noticed by now. Also, that means that the 14th Doctor's, while at Donna's house, he's just chilling there, or he jumped when the 15 swacked it. So that's and yeah, the Susan Twist reveal, that was still fun, but it's a little less impactful. Yeah, it sort of stumbled its way into an ending. And again, maybe in hindsight, I'll think of it better later on. But I just feel like as Russell T Davies' return, it's not a good start, man. It's really not a good start. And the other issue I have with it is that we all wanted him to come back. We were all excited for Russell to come back. And the 2 episodes everyone loves were not written by him. Boom and Rogue. The 2 that were not written by him everyone loves. So what's going on there, Russell? What's going on there, buddy? I think maybe the mystery needs to be longer. Maybe we had to wait another season. Could have stretched out a bit more, found out a little bit more, drip fed us more. We could have, had a bit more time with when they have more time with Ruby and 15, but we don't. We just don't have this connection with Ruby, and we're probably going to get a new companion next season, which is a bit of a hard left into a different territory. So we've got a new companion to learn, and I'm worried that we're going to have the same issues with Ruby, that she's just going to be a plot point and barely a companion again. Maybe if Russell has lost his touch over the years. But yeah, I don't know. I personally feel like Empire of Death has sort of stumbled its way out of the series. Sutek sort of gets the same death as he did on the Fourth Doctor story, and the fact they've been so heavy with the marketing on Period of Mars, I think I saw something on Twitter saying, yeah, Doctor Who would be like, cool, go watch a better story. I haven't watched Period of Mars. I haven't watched Period of Mars, so that's going to be something I'm going to rewatch as well. But stick the fucking landing, man. I'm just annoyed that it didn't stick the landing, and it's not as good. Not as good. Anyway, that has been about 9 minutes of rant about Empire. What would I give it a score? Probably a 5. Probably a 5 out of 10. It's probably the lowest rating I've given episodes this season. I would say pushing a 4.5, but round about those marks. But yeah, there's plenty to like about it. There's just also plenty to dislike. Yeah. So I don't know. I just wished it stuck the landing a bit more, or we had, a little bit more drawn out time with Ruby. But we don't, and I think that's it's detriment. But again, first season of a new Doctor, typically a mixed bag anyway. So I'm hoping that this is just teething problems for a new series. Anyway, thank you for watching this 10-minute rant. I will see you whenever I do whatever I do reviews for next. Bye bye, everyone. Shall I wait for the time to go out? I'll wait for time.